All right, so we're gonna get into this breakdown real quick. Um, I already marked it up just now. They just recorded of it, what I expect. All right, so we're focusing on EUGU. Know the usual on the daily chart. Well, we see that we broke above this high in here. We basically traded over last week high. We closed over the inversion. Well, sorry, we closed over this gap. So we have a break above imbalance. Um, I don't necessarily have to mark it out, but I just do it for the sake of this video. All right, so we closed above it. But most importantly, if you notice, this is Thursday, this is Friday. We took Friday high, but we closed back inside of the range. So that kind of signaling to me that we may have a little retracement down before we I mark out this high here because on the forward chart is a swing high. I like to mark out my swing highs. Just that is something I have to do. But I anticipate that we trying to get up to this high here. All right. Um and put this high and not this one because this is the high that took out this high here. But that's how we closed back. We closed inside a Tuesday range basically. Um it have a debate, sometimes when I use any candles, I use the wicks for its indication. Because if we trading, because you could have option where you could take off the wicks. If we take off the wicks, we'll look like we close strong above. But wicks on the daily chart is just the lower time frame candle forming. So it's not really to just completely like ignore them, but yeah, they just know when and how to use them. But for this sake, had we closed outside, I would have been like, okay, we just have a little retracement and then we go up strong. So I feel as though at minimum, DXY might want to pull back into some kind of range. If we're going 1 hour, we have a swing low inside of here. Reason why I'm using this swing low and not this one, because one, this is the nearest one to where price at, and secondly, we had like a spike at 9:30. We didn't have any news or anything, but we just had a spike at 9:30. You see better on the when we get up to the forex pair, and it just wick. So I really not too concerned about it, to be quite honest. So that's why I didn't use the 9:30. I didn't use that this wick here on the DXY because I didn't use it on the Europe here. But I just expect another retracement back into the range. Possibly we take out the London lunch. I'm sorry, London close inside here before the PM session, before we make our way up. And well, yeah, that is it there on the XY. Fast for USD. Um, interestingly, we didn't fill in this gap. We closed in the gap on DXY, but we didn't fill it in on EU, and well, GU actually do have a gap. So do with that information as you will. So seeing that's how we closed, and we didn't fill in, it telling me that we may want to retrace a bit. So we could look at this last week close, here, and then if you drop to the 4 hour, we have our imbalance, and then we have the Friday high. Again, I'm gonna just show you at 9:30, well 9 o'clock, but I think it was not 9:30. At 9:30, we had a spike up. Uh, See the same kind of we had a spike down. We didn't have any news for it, so that's why I was kind of like wondering why that spike up. But we just took out the Asia range and then we put back into take out the Asia high and put back into the range. We didn't get up quite to the New York session on Tuesday. Leave it a little bit, so I could see us kind of pulling back into the range. Possibly um get it up into here. That would not actually be surprising, considering when I go on the news section, we have CPI Tuesday. So if we just look, we have a slight accumulation in here. Monday we just gonna see how price move. Anytime we see accumulation, if Monday accumulates throughout, we have. I'll check and see if we have any news Monday. I don't think we have any news on Monday. Not Monday. We don't really have, yeah, Monday we have no news. So that kind of given us more anticipation. Well, to anticipate, sorry, consolidation. So we have Friday, we have the Friday trading from here, basically a whole accumulation. We have some lows broken here. So what we could see, what I would like to see and make me trading a lot easier next week is we daily close below. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just do this real quick. Alright, so that's our daily close below. Until the market structure and everything change back to bullish, then I'll know how to use that. Alright, so as I was saying, we have what I would like to see is seeing that we already accumulating here Tuesday, Monday, sorry, Friday. We didn't take out any previous day high here, so Monday we could just play around, play around, play around, play around, and that will extend everything out till Tuesday. So um, if we consolidate throughout the entire Monday entirety, then what I look for London is a manipulation up, and then to continue going lower because actually I've had drawn the liquidity down here. So possibly, if you continue seeing this inside of this range up until wait, I'm gonna start over. Alright, so watching the times, Bob. So we just playing around, not really doing much significant price action. You just tripping people out. And then sometime for the London session, if you could just expand higher up into here, I would look for a sell up in here. And then expect to come down into this range because I actually seen it how we didn't take low, we could get up into our premium, and then I expect us to just come down here with the CPI news and continue going lower. If we don't get a move up and we just go down first, then for London session we just go down here first. I would expect a fake out in London to go down, and then in New York session be the one to drop price. But again, how we use these sessions, if you're bullish, well, seeing that we have some bearishness in the foreign market, if you're bearish, you're already looking for is London session to take out the previous day high or take out the previous session high. Hopefully, to make it a little easier, you could trade into some kind of PDRA. And if it does that in the London session, you're looking for actually the higher time frame PDRA. Then in the London session, you look for a lower time frame market structure shift and entry, wherever you look for in your entry, and you can take that. So that's what I'll expect, at least for EU. GU just tanking. The funny thing is, GU tanking so big, but it's not leaving no daily gaps. I like to see like daily, like if it leave a daily gap lower, but we're not doing that. But I mean, we're leaving it on the forward charter, but that is that. And we're going into the manipulation week. So that's kind of like how I kind of anticipating Tuesday in the manipulation week to make the manipulation on the either the New York session Tuesday or London session or the New York session. If we make it in London, that'll just be ideal for everything. So that's why I have the alert up here for Friday high. So yeah, that's basically it. NASDAQ, I still bullish on NASDAQ really, to be honest. We took out the weekly high, but we closed back inside the range. But on the lower time frame, we didn't close below. We rejected low here after taking out. I didn't even notice how we took out Wednesday low and the Thursday low. So I'm still very much bullish on NAS. So again, if you could get in on a pullback, we have a swing low here in the New York session. I could possibly take a long entry. We have a relatively equal lows here. Take a long entry to get up into the buy side liquidity pool. I'll just aim for this one right here. And yeah, so that's about it right there.